What's upstream? Today we're gonna be making beats. It's probably gonna sound pretty good. So far we got the snare, the hi-hat, the clap, and the kick. That's what we got so far. And then we're repeating that pattern. We'll repeat it 3 times, I think. I think that's good. We'll repeat it that's 4. We'll repeat it 4 times, and then we're gonna make something new. And then I guess we're gonna go till like, or maybe we might just repeat this and then have another thing, and I don't know. Since this is probably gonna be what the main beat is, Jack. Um, Here, I guess I gotta get Discord up. That's the wrong thing. There it is. I mean, the clapping kind of cancels out the kick drum because it's over and it's louder. Let me go back to this pattern. Let me get a clap, put the volume down, and then get a kick. Maybe raise it a little bit, and then we'll see how it sounds. Better or quieter? Is that good, or do you want me to get rid of the clap? That's good? Okay. We're gonna open this one in piano roll, and then this is where we're gonna pick something new. And we're gonna pause this for a second. And we're also going to turn off track 5 so we can only hear the melody. I mean, we're going to want to play both eventually. I want to test out the different instruments that we're going to get. So I'll just put in a basic line, like, but we'll make it longer. That is for the clap and not the other thing. So let's copy that, delete it, paste it over here. That's fine. And now we can play it. Yeah, that's at least how they start, so it looks cool. But then eventually, when it sounds like shit, you kind of move them around a little bit, and then it starts sounding like music. That's not how it works. Fine, then I'll place it like this, so it looks less cool. Oh, it's not like that. You don't need music theory, man. You don't need music theory. Music theory is the last thing you need. I don't know if I need any of the plugins, actually. We won't use those for now. We'll just try with this basic shit. And then what I want to do is go to the guitars. Super strings. Let me try something. It's obviously it's gonna not really work. Probably. Use it after we get the main instrument. Yeah, we can try that. I wanted to try something real quick with it though. So you see how we got this now. And we copy that for the whole thing. What if we have that on beat the entire time? Do you think that would sound good? And like, here, let me turn it down a little bit. Probably not. Zoom, 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 zoom. Alright, let's try to find our main instrument. You have no clue what I'm doing? I have no clue what you want to do. You don't even talk. It'd be easier to collaborate if you just talked. Right now, I'm just messing around. I'm just seeing how it sounds, like what different sounds. For now, what are you even gonna do work on? You don't even got nothing. I'm just kidding. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, just make your own, I guess. I'll try to make my own. This one or the one that, because you're gonna have to use LMMS. This is FL Studio. Okay, joining. Wait, why are you on YouTube? I downloaded it. All right, yeah, start streaming it when you get the chance then. Honestly, probably the most ass beat ever. Let's consider
AVA.
this my first time
Said
ever
dog,
making
what
beats.
you making?
And I'm tone deaf, so good luck to me, I guess. Eventually, it's gonna turn into something. I can't say it's gonna be good, but it's gonna be something at least.
Don't worry, what I'm watching on YouTube, I'm gonna make a beat 10 times better than yours.
Like I give a shit. Oh, I gotta go down here.
ABA. Said you're not cooking, dog. ABA.
Yeah, I know.
Said give up NGL.
Why the fuck would I give up? That's so stupid. It doesn't sound any better every time I try to fix it. This is the best.
ABA. Said even B2, as a puddle of blood disagrees.
That's fine. The whole world could be against me and I wouldn't care. I mean, if it's about this, if it's about something else, like more serious, then yeah, I'd probably care, but this is just stupid shit.
B2. Said I agree with ABA, this beat is shit as fuck.
I never said it was good. It sounds fucking really bad. It's so funny. It just sounds like an alarm. Wow. All these sound like not even good. Well, not all of them. Oh, a saxophone. All right, this is about to be fire. Listen to this. See, that was fire. Probably not. I mean, definitely not, but still. Maybe I should watch it. Oh, you know what, Jack? Let me join you in that watch together. Start from the beginning. We'll learn music theory real quick. Oh, it's an LMS tutorial. Wait, yeah, this is probably one I don't want to watch. Alright, let me watch like a quick video on how to do shit. I'm gonna turn my screen on in a second.
Oh, you okay? Holy crap!
What's he barking at people now?
Alright, I can show my screen again. I feel like it's more of a not knowing music theory issue rather than knowing how to use the software. Maybe it's both. You know what? Yeah, maybe it's both.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Today we're gonna teach you how to make music on FL Studio. We're gonna cover some of the basic stuff on FL Studio to help you make your first beat, and it's gonna sound fire. First, you wanna get
And
FL
it's gonna
Studio.
sound okay.
Make sure to go in the description and go cop FL
That's what I'm
Studio
here
or
for.
download the trial version. If you're gonna buy and you wanna be serious about this, I really recommend the producer version. And once you have FL Studio, this is what's gonna pop up. So here, it's like Google Chrome tabs, okay? So
They
you're
are?
clicking things and it's opening different things.
Oh, okay.
The first one is the playlist. This is like drawing the beat. It's where you're gonna lay out the patterns. You're gonna put things in. So if I put a random effect and I drag it onto the playlist, and then I click play or spacebar, it's gonna play the audio. This one is the piano roll. This is where you're gonna use the piano to make melodies, 808s, and lay out patterns. So if I just left click and I click pattern all the way here, so it only plays the pattern. Here you're gonna hear the notes I just. We're back. This is the channel rack where you can add sounds, and this is the mixer. So the mixer is where you can adjust and mix and master and do a bunch of effects and cool stuff. Now here on the left, it's like folders. This is where you keep all the audios, the presets. Before we start making the beat, we're actually gonna go get some sounds. First, we're gonna get a drum kit, which is gonna contain a bunch of drum sounds that we can make the beat. So I really like Yeet, so we're gonna search Yeet drum kit, Reddit. There's a lot of them. But usually you just click them and then you just click open on the link, and then you can download it and have the kit. I'm also going to find like a melody, like a loop. So we're gonna go to Looperman. Go to Looperman, click loops and samples, go to by keyword, and then search up the artist or an instrument that you like.
Isn't he just taking shit though?
I really
Isn't this
like
just
one,
stealing?
so we're gonna download it. But before we download it, we're
Rather
actually
than
gonna
making
keep
it all
track of
yourself?
this
I'd rather-
BPM, and we're gonna make sure.
I want to find one who's like making everything. This guy's probably making everything. Unless he's just taking shit too.
Alright,
Is
so
that
you
all
just
people
open
do
up
for
FL,
beats?
you're
It's
like,
just
what
take
the
shit?
F is going
Is that
on?
how you
have
make a
no
good
clue what
beat?
anything is. You're looking around. You're like, what is this button? Do I have to learn all 20 of these icons? The answer is no. And I got some bad news for you, which is that you're hooked for life. Good news is that I'm going to make this super simple for you to learn FL Studio. If you don't know me, I'm Game from BusyWorks Beats.com. We trained over 1 million producers around the world. So I'm going to work with Drake, Kanye West, Post Malone, Ariana Grande, French Montana, Young Thug, Polo G, Trippie Redd, Lil Baby, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, a long list of other folks. And we've just worked with cool folks. So what I'm going to show you guys today is, if you know nothing about FL Studio, I will literally show you how to make your first beat, probably in under 20 minutes if I don't talk too much, and show you how cool it is. So the first thing in FL is to simplify it. All these buttons at the top of your screen, you don't have to memorize those. Okay, you only have to know 5 buttons, which are these 5 buttons here. So if you click around and just kind of click these first 5 buttons, you'll get the hang of like opening and closing stuff. In short, this first button is where you put all the puzzle pieces together. This is called the playlist, this little first button here. Okay, this is where we add in puzzle pieces and we remove puzzle pieces, basically. Okay, here is what we call the piano roll. In my opinion, as a beginner, you want to make the piano roll as big as you can. So if you guys ever struggle with MIDI notes and like writing melodies and stuff, and your piano roll looks like this, you're going to struggle for life. I won't say life, but you're going to struggle for a long time because the screen is too small. So if you're trying to make melodies on a screen this small, it's going to be a very hard process. So to make it big, click this little maximize button in the top to make the screen nice and full. Piano roll is usually full screen. So anytime I open the piano roll, it's always full screen. Okay. And nextly is what's called the channel rack. Think of the channel rack like how we build out the puzzle piece. You know how puzzle pieces have like, some have curves and some have indentures, and then some have like other curves. Some are pointy, some have edges on them. So channel rack is where we design the shape of the puzzle. Okay, and the playlist is where we put the puzzle together. And I usually keep the playlist full screen too. The quick way to do it is just double click on the little top banner, and you could just left click your little puzzle pieces in here. Couple, kind of standards I would recommend. Let's go to the playlist here. Go to the top left, this little drop down arrow. We're gonna go, excuse me, not the drop down. We're gonna go to the magnet icon, and we're gonna go to bar. So this is called snap to grid. So anytime I'm doing something in the playlist, I want it to line up. So if I don't have this on anything and I just click around, I'm going to be like misaligning stuff all over the place. It's going to be a headache. So let's go to snap to grid bar. Okay, so that's going to keep it really simple for you. And all right, let's get started. So
I didn't listen.
the
Why?
mixer
Fuck.
here. So the mixer is where you add effects. Like if I take my effects off my voice, here's what I really sound like. I sound like a little child. When I add my effects, boom, I sound like a man, just like that. Okay, so that's what we can do in the mixer. We can add effects to different sounds, like our synthesizers, our microphones, our drums, etc., 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 etc. Okay, so that's how that works in the mixer. We get to separate the sounds. And then this fifth button here is called the browser. So the browser is where you browse for dope bass sounds, any really dope sound. Now, this is the part that you should do first, and this is a part that I can't do for you guys. Okay. But if you do want to learn FL Studio, like in depth, go to busyworksbeats.com/FL Studio. I have a free FL Studio 21 course for you guys there. But in short, is that whenever you guys are finding your drums, that is probably 99.7% of becoming a music producer. Like until you get your hands on these bongos that sound fire, like you're going to be making beats that sound like it, but not really like it. Okay, so your number one task as a beginner, I'm going to say this probably 5 more times. Your number one task as a hip hop music producer, as an R&B music producer, as a EDM person, find the drum kits for your genre. Find the samples for your genre. They're not going to come with your DAW. You got to go out and search, whether it's Reddit, whether it's somebody's drum website, whether it's Drumify.
I gotta find a drum set, which. That's why I fucking like using Google more. Internet Explorer is honestly just so dog shit. I don't even know what type of music I want to make, so I don't know what type of drums to grab.
Whether it's whoever has kits. I don't even know people with kits anymore. Drum Broker, whether it's Beat Butcher. Okay, go out.
Let me search up drum kits, and then maybe if I drum kits free. Free drum kits. All right, well that one is $1,000. That's not free. There's Essentials, Trap Genesis, Metro, Get Busy, Yeet Drum Kit, Shooter Trap Drum Kit, Lo-Fi Drum Kit. I could do something like that. Here, let me grab those. Let me get the free pack for this one.
And find all.
I'll grab a few of them, and then I'll just see if I like any of them. Honestly, that's all I can do. Back. I got one thing in my cart, even though I don't need it in my cart. Oh, wait, is this stuff you actually, like, buy and shit? Like, physical stuff? Or is this just downloadable? Because if it's not downloadable, then there's really no point in me looking at any of this. Where's all this free shit? It just showed me, like, a bunch of free shit. Subtotal $0 or 4 payments of $0 with Sezzle.
What the hell? Why does it actually cost money now? It says 0, but it doesn't actually mean 0. All right, now how do I put in the drum kit?
All of the dope
Is he
sound
gonna teach
designers
that?
and find their sounds, okay? Because without sounds, you really can't do much. And I'll give you guys the project files for free, so no worries on trying to like memorize everything. All right, so if you want to follow along step by step, follow me. Firstly, what we're going to do is label these tracks. So here we're going to get into workflow mode. If you haven't logged into your FL, make sure you click the help tab at the top and then go to where it says about. And then that's how you log in to claim your FL Studio license. Okay, so we're going to save this. Let's go to where it says file. You guys can't see the file tab because my screen isn't all the way. We're going to save as, let's call this beginner beat making. I've been talking for 5 minutes, so I promised to be under 15. Let's see how fast we could teach. Let's go to my external hard drive. Let's go to projects. I have a folder called FL Studio. What I'll do is I'll create a folder for the day. So today's October 16th. You want to stay extremely organized in the beginning because I'm telling you guys, in the future, 4 years from now, you're going to look back like, darn, I can't find my project where I did a little Uzi Vert beat. Now you got to go through like all these projects just to find one project. So let's label this beginner beat making FL Studio. The more organized you are, the more successful you will be. Guaranteed. Let's hit save. All right, so all we've done so far is just save a project. Congratulations. If you followed those steps, you now have your first project saved. I'm going to turn on my keyboard just in case we need more sounds here. All right, so I turn on my synths that don't come with the DAW, but just in case you want to add some vibes to this track. All right, so next step is creating the layers. So what we're going to do here is open up the playlist, this screen here. Let's close out the browser to add more space. We're going to right click where it says track 1 and let's label this. So beats and songs have 4 layers. They have a top line layer. This is the memorable melody. You have the harmony section, which is your chord structure, like where you add the, the chords and the chord progression. The third layer is called the contrast layer. This is where you usually add your bass or sounds that are just different from the top line. And then you have your fourth layer, which is your rhythm section. Okay, so I'll label this for you guys. So we have the top line.
I'm
like,
watching shit
your highest frequencies of a track.
on how
You
to
have the
do
harmony
it.
section,
Fuck yourself.
contrast section, and then the rhythm section. Now, with these 4 sections, you can stack this up infinitely. So once you understand those 4 buckets of a beat, everything becomes easy.
Yeah, you're not gonna make anything better. Go fuck yourself. If you think you're making anything better, you're stupid and dumb. I'm gonna make something way better. You know what? Yeah, I'm actually trying. I'm locking in.
My favorite place
We're not
to
making
start
bad
is
music
harmony.
today.
Okay, build the chords first. Let's go to what's called the channel rack to start building out our puzzle pieces, aka our musical ideas. Let's go to the channel rack. We're gonna right click and replace this with flex. All right, so if you followed along so far, you have saved your project and you have now opened up your first plugin in FL Studio. Smash the like rhythm section. Now with these 4 sections, you can stack this up infinitely. So once you understand those 4 buckets of a beat, everything becomes easy. My favorite place to start is harmony. Okay, build the chords first. Let's go to what's called the channel rack to start building out our puzzle pieces, aka our musical ideas. Let's go to the channel rack. We're gonna right click and replace this with flex. All right, so if you followed along so far, you have saved your project and you have now opened up your first plugin.
All right, let me at least do that. So, top line, harmony, contrast, and rhythm. We'll do that quick. Name, top line. I think the next one was contrast and then harmony. Harmony, then contrast. Harmony, contrast, rhythm.
Making sure I had them in the right order. And then he said start with the harmony, and then he did. What did he do? I think I went back in the video.
My favorite place to start is harmony. Okay, build the chords first. Let's go to what's called the channel rack to start building out our puzzle pieces, aka our musical ideas. Let's go to the channel rack. We're gonna right click.
Channel rack. That's not the channel rack, silly. That's not the channel rack, silly. That's definitely not the channel rack, silly. Where the fuck is it? Whoa. It just goes on forever. Forever and ever and ever. Sounds like a truck.
This for you guys. So we have the top line. That's like, you know, your highest frequencies of a track. You have the harmony section, contrast section, and then the rhythm section. Now, with these 4 sections, you can stack this up infinitely. So once you understand those 4 buckets of a beat, everything becomes easy. My favorite place to start is harmony.
Did they change where that button is? No, wait, it's this one? It's this one? That's a channel rack. That looks way different. There we go. And then he said to just change it to flex. You're cooking, let me hear it. Okay. Maybe. I'd say you're definitely not cooking. That sounds like shit. Fuck you, Jack. It sounds horrible. You should be ashamed of yourself for what you're making. It actually sounds like dookie. Can't believe you'd make something so bad. It sounds like someone just shitting themselves. That's what it sounds like. Great music, buddy. I'm fucking with you.
Harmony. Okay, build the chords first. Let's go to what's called the channel rack to start building out our puzzle
Sounds fine.
pieces, aka our
Probably
musical
gonna
ideas.
sound better than what I do.
Let's go to the channel rack. We're gonna right click and
Right-click.
replace this with
Place.
flex.
Well, maybe if I knew where fucking flex was. Right click, replace, FL keys, FL Studio Mobile. Rancher, VFX. My thing doesn't even look like his thing. Plugins. Replace. V Studio, Patcher, VFX. Oh, there it is. Alright. We have now just done one thing.
One take and one take only.
All right, so if you followed along so far, you have saved your project and you have now opened up your first plugin in FL Studio. Smash the like if you were following through. Smash that like button. Just go ahead and do it. All right.
All right.
Take the time. I'll wait 5 seconds.
Fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you.
Give me a sec. Well, I
right,
would
let's
if I
go to
was
the
signed
Get
in.
button
I'm not
here.
signed in. Sorry, dude.
And we're going to download where it says Essentials. So here under the Get, you want to download, yours should say Essentials Piano, Essential Guitars, Essential Strings, Essential Winds, Essential Bass Guitar. I've already downloaded mine, but you want to go to the Get tab and make sure you download the free packs. Now that you have downloaded all that, let's go to Piano. Now, whenever you're struggling with music in general, it's probably best to write with stringed instruments. Piano is a stringed instrument. It has strings underneath the hood of a piano, grand piano. A guitar is a stringed instrument. Orchestral instruments are stringed. Is that a word? Stringed instruments? They're string instruments.
I'm pretty stringed right now.
So start with string instruments first and then swap out the sounds if you have to. Okay, so here we're going to go to Steinway D, which is a piano. And let's go to takeoff reverb, takeoff limiter, takeoff master filter. So now we just have a plain old piano. Now, if you can't figure out how to make sounds, click this little typing keyboard to piano keyboard. Make sure this is on, and now you can use your typing keyboard on your piano on your computer.
Oh, that's cool. That's good to know. That's a good thing to know. That's nice to know.
To make
I like knowing
stuff.
things
Okay,
like
so you can
that.
right click to switch out the settings. What I would recommend is you just right click, hit reset. In short, it basically puts it out. It puts it on layout.
Pretty sure that's what I already have, but whatever. I'll just do what he says.
Piano. Root note C, octave 4. So that's what it does in those steps. I'm running out of breath, so I need y'all to smash that like button. We have 7 more minutes to
I
go.
would,
Okay,
I would, but I
Let's
can't.
start moving faster here. Now
It's
that we
a
have our sound
36-minute
open, we need to
video.
first
He
hit
lied.
Control
50 minutes,
L.
my ass.
That will send the sound to the mixer and name it for us. If you don't see this number on the left side, hit Alt M on your keyboard to hide or reveal that. First thing we need to do is create chords. So what I do, I go to the playlist, I drag in a pattern. Okay, I like to build inside of as I'm listening to the beat. We're going to turn the metronome on. We're going to turn blend overdub on. We're going to turn the link on. We're going to
Pretty sure all that's on except for the metronome. There we go. I mean, I can try. The metronome doesn't help me. I'm too fucking stupid.
2.1 on. If you guys don't see this view right
Just
here,
gonna play
this
it by
is just
ear.
my view, but you can click the drop down, go to view, go to behind clips, switch it to solid. That's why my
Right here. What the fuck did he open? View behind clips. Okay.
screen looks different, but I'll reset it back to normal for you guys. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Now, if I hit spacebar, it's just playing the metronome sound and nothing's playing, but that's fine. We want to build as we're listening. Okay, that's gonna be a good habit for you guys over time. So we're gonna stretch this out for about 4 bars. Now we're at 140 BPM. In hip hop, this is double time. Okay, so even though we're at 140, we're really technically at 70 BPM. So don't be tricked by the number 4. It's really 2. But we're not trying to make stuff complicated right this
What?
to the playlist. I drag in a pattern. Okay, I like to build inside of as I'm listening to the beat. We're going to turn the metronome on. We're going to turn blend overdub on. We're going to turn the link on. We're going to turn the 3.2.1
Oh, mine's different.
on.
I think it's
If
probably
you
because
guys
of
don't see
updates
this
and
view
shit.
right here, this is just my view, but you can click the drop down, go to view, go to behind clips, switch it to solid. That's why my screen looks different, but I'll reset it back to normal for you guys. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Now, if I hit spacebar, it's just playing the metronome sound and nothing's playing, but that's fine. We want to build as we're listening. Okay, that's gonna be a good habit for you guys over time. So we're gonna stretch this out for about 4 bars. Now we're at 140 BPM. In hip hop, this is double time. Okay, so even though we're at 140, we're really technically at 70 BPM. So don't be tricked by the number 4. It's really 2. But we're not trying to make stuff complicated right the second. I have song structure masterclasses on my channel for free. All right, so now we have this stretch to 4. Let's hit Control B. This is latch paste. Latch paste. Okay, so if you do not have this stretch to the bar and you have something like this where it's not fully locked into the grid,
How do I change my grid? Why does his grid look different, though? What did he do? Edit, tools, view, grid contrast, low. Oh, okay. Very confused. Very confused. Keep it on medium, I don't give a fuck. There it is.
and you hit Control B, it will paste it right there, which is not on the grid. It's not going to paste right. So Control B is not copy and paste. It's latch paste. Very different than copy and paste. Okay. So now we have this. Now we have it laid out, the puzzle pieces. Now we can double click to go inside.
Hmm. Is this faster or something? I don't know. This is weird.
And we can right click, go to piano roll. And now we can start adding notes. Okay, now by default, I don't know why FL comes without this turned on, but it is what it is. So click the drop down in your piano roll. Let's go to view. Let's go to where it says ghost channels for 1. You guys won't see that just yet. And then we're going to go to where it says keyboard labels, all notes. Make sure you turn on
All notes. All right, dude. I did that. Now what?
all notes, because by default, it only turns on the root notes, which how are you supposed to know how to make music this way? It's impossible. Okay, impossible to make music that way. So let's go to view, keyboard labels, all notes. Okay, turn that on so you can see every single note. All right. Let's make something easy here. Let's do let's start here at E. And what we're going to do is change the snap to grid to 1/2 beat. I'd recommend.
Yeah, I don't have shit yet. Are you ready? I'm literally still watching YouTube trying to figure this out.
If you ever mess up and you make some weird shape, hit Control L. It will truncate the note and make it longer for you guys. All right, now let's take this note. Control left click is select, okay, and then hit Shift left click to duplicate, and then we're gonna hit Control down. That will pull that note down an octave. You've now just created your first octave.
I forgot about that.
Okay, so now what do we do from here? We have this note stretched out 2 bars. We're gonna highlight this, hit Control. We're gonna hit Shift left click and drag this up. So now we're gonna go up a half step to F. A half step is when we go from one note directly to the note above or below. And I teach all this music theory stuff in my Music Theory Essentials course. It's the foundation of everything I teach. Just go to busyworksbeats.com/music theory essentials. I'll leave all the links below, but that's the foundational teaching for everything I teach. Okay, so here's E and then we have F. It's pretty dope. So now this is our contrast layer. So if we remember, we were building out the harmony. So if we start here, let's go back to the playlist view.
It is really simple.
Let's highlight all these notes and let's hit Shift down. Let's move that to what's called the contrast section. So contrast is usually our bass tones. Okay, so now we want to create a harmony. Do we create the harmony in pattern 1 or do we create a new pattern? We go to a new puzzle piece. So let's go to pattern 2. You left click this little area, go to pattern 2.
All right, let me try something like that real quick. Control L fixed it, so that's nice. Now I need to go back to the dude.
2.
Go back a little bit.
All right, now let's take this note. Control left click is select, okay, and then hit Shift left click to duplicate, and then we're gonna hit Control down. That will pull.
It would be like something like that.
JC Introductions. Said what ya working on?
Probably the worst beat ever. I'm trying to learn while also, this is like my first time using FL Studio. But I'm going to be trying it. Also, I want to change what the synth sounds like. I want to change it completely, actually.
JC Introductions. Said you using Fruity Loops Studios?
Yeah, Fruity Loop Studios. My friend actually gave this to me. So I never bought it or nothing. But he always told me to try to get like into making them. So I thought, why not? Also, I've been seeing XQC make beats, and that shit just looks so funny and fun. How do I open up the one thing? Oh, wait, it's this. Then...
He said use a. You know what? Let's go with that. I like that. All right. Now, let's see what's next.
Pull that note down an octave. You've now just created your first octave. Okay, so now what do we do from here? We have this note stretched out 2 bars. We're going to highlight this, hit Control. We're going to hit Shift, left click, and drag this up. So now we're going to go up a half step to F. A half step is...
Let me try something with this real quick. Control? Yeah. Bring these 2 down 1, and then bring these 2 down 2. And then play that. Alright, try that. I like that. What's next, Mr.
Is when
Guy?
we go from one note directly to the note above or below. And I teach all this music theory stuff in my Music Theory Essentials course. It's a foundation of everything I teach. Just go to busyworksbeats.com/music theory essentials. I'll leave all the links below, but that's the foundational teaching for everything I teach. Okay, so here's E, and then we have F. Download where it says Essentials. So Music Theory Essentials course, it's a foundation of every.
He has a lot of
layer.
courses, apparently.
So
I'm
remember,
probably
we
going
were
to
building out
subscribe
the
to this guy
harmony.
after.
So if we start here, let's go back to the playlist view. Let's highlight all these notes and let's hit Shift down. Let's move that to what's called the contrast section. So contrast is usually our
He's going up to 17.
bass tones. Okay, so now we want to create a harmony. Do we create the harmony in pattern 1, or do we create...
So he's actually gone up to 17 seconds. What do I go up to? 9 seconds. Kind of fucked up. I'm using pattern 1 for this, but whatever. 4. Now, go back to FL Studio. Nope. You know what, Jake? It probably was a good idea to do it separately.
create a new pattern? We go to a new puzzle piece. So let's go to pattern 2. You left click this little area, go to pattern 2. And on the left side, you'll see your patterns over here. You could just left click and drag it in. And we need to make it long like we did before. Now we have pattern 2, but there's no MIDI information in here. There's nothing in it. So let's double click. We need to add stuff to it. Let's right click, go to piano roll. And now we can hear pattern 2 over top of pattern 1. But we don't have anything in here. So let's start adding some stuffs. Let's add a note here at E. And then add a note at F. Now we're going to take E and F. We're going to hit Control, left click, highlight, and hit Shift, left click to duplicate the notes. And we're going to hit Shift up 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This creates what's called a perfect
3,
fifth.
4, 5, 6, 7. So, I don't fucking get it. Is he, what? I don't get it. Go watch my stream. This is the best thing I've ever heard. Alright, play it.
Yeah, I can feel myself rapping on this. I'm rapping stack and making it happen. The fact you did Mary Mary Had a Little Lamb, that shit's so funny. I don't know why, but I was expecting like I thought, you know what? I thought you were just full of yourself for a second, but no, you're right. That is probably the greatest thing I've ever heard. Good job, Jack. Just like that. Oh wait, no. And then roll. Shift. Pew pew. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This. Back. I don't know what the weird fucking humming is in the background though. That's weird. Sounds. I don't know. We'll just try to keep going with it.
Now that we have that, what we can do is take this further. I'm going to get into a little music theory, but we'll just kind of keep this short. We're going to hit Control, highlight these notes, and hit Shift, left click, and then we're going to hit Shift down, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we're creating a minor chord.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so a minor chord without boring y'all to tears about everything about music right now. The root note, consider this 0. We're not talking about scale degrees for all the music theory snobs out there. It's called integer notation. Okay, I call these chord codes, how to build any chord. So basically this is the root note 0. And then we count up. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we count note by note until we fill that chord code out. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So it's 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 0, 3, 7 always makes the minor chord all the time. So that's your quick way of making chords.
That's so fucking helpful. So back to this. Control. Oops. Copy that. Move it. Go back. I'll go all the way down. 1, 2, 3. Can I, you know, one thing I really want to change real quick. Fuck.
Sauces. Said gut beats LT.
Thank you, Sauces. Highly appreciate it.
Sauces. Said also amazing stream.
Thank you, Sauces. Highly appreciate it. I hope you have an amazing and good day. Thank you for stopping by. Highly appreciate it as always.
Sauces. Said thank you, Gudger.
Yeah, no problem, Sauces. I like this one. Sticking with this one. Jack. Listen to mine real quick. Tell me I'm not doing infinitely better than how I was 5 minutes ago. Alright, you ready? That is at least a lot better than what I was making earlier, because I was just placing shit randomly. This is, I'm kind of like actually, after watching the video, I know where to place it more. Also, are you saying all my life because I am doing better, or all my life because it's not even good? That's the worst thing to ever graze my eardrums. You're just a hater. You're a D1 hater. That's it. That's it. That's all you are. There ain't shit, nothing about you. You're just a D1 hater. Oh, no, it's better. Jesus, never mind. I think we'll stick with that. Actually, you know what? No, I want to do this one, actually. Okay, I like that. Now we'll go back to the video since I found a sound I actually like.
Now the second chord feels wrong. So what we'll do is we'll take this note here, the middle note, hit shift up. So we hit control to highlight, left click, and then
What's the... wow, that was a lot of what's. But what's the point of dragging it up one or pressing shift and 2 buttons when he could just use his mouse? That's my question. Like, I don't understand, but I don't really care. He does it however he wants it. Also, I thought that sounded weird. This one. Can't really tell because I'm tone deaf, though. At least I think so. Maybe I'm not, and I've just been lying this entire time. That'd be crazy. Maybe I know exactly what I'm doing, and I just want to create bad music.
we hit shift up.
Wow.
And now that feels more correct. So usually chords are going to be major or minor chords. So that's why we start with the minor chord first. Okay, now that we have the chords, now all we have to do is just go back to the playlist. Make sure we're on song mode if I didn't make that clear. And we're going to left click, drag that in. Now my tool is on the paintbrush tool when it comes to the playlist. And now let's move into what's called the top line. We're going to go to pattern 3. So we're going to left click.
Now we're on pattern 3, okay. Let's hear it now. Sounds a lot better. I mean, I'm basically just making the same beat this guy is, but I'll do a different beat eventually.
You might be like, okay, how do you make melodies? Well, in my opinion, the top line starts 1 octave higher than the highest note of your chords.
1 octave higher than the highest note of your chords.
Go to piano roll. Now, if you guys remember, we played E, It was down here, E, and then we went up to B. So that was our top note. So now we're going to take this B, hit Control up to go up an octave, and we're going to start our melody here. There are a lot of rules with melody. I can't explain everything in 5 minutes. So I'm just going to teach you guys what notes we can add here, but I explain this in Music Theory Essentials. If you guys go to busyworksbeats.com/music theory essentials, I will guide you through building melody. I even have a new course called Melody Mastery, which goes really deep into melody. Okay, we're talking about counterpoint, counter melodies, advanced stuff, chromaticism, a lot of stuff.
Okay. Om.
But for now, we're just going to give you guys some shortcuts. So if you highlight the note, the only number you really need to remember is the number 7. Okay, so we're going to take a note, hit Control, hit Shift, left click, make that duplicate note, and then hit Shift up 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then we could raise that note up 1/2 step. Okay, so we're going to copy this. So let's create like a Travis Scott vibe. And we're going to hit Shift, pull this over. The only thing we're going to change is this root note. So we're going to pull this note up to C. Actually, I might change it.
What I was thinking.
Let's change that top note so it sounds better. Let's do actually A. Just going by ear here, there's no rules. There we go. Going for like,
Okay, I think I see it now. I think I'm hearing it. Maybe I'm not so tone deaf after all. So we start here. And then shift. And then shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, fuck. Ah, I don't know what I did there. Why does it do that, though? That one there. This one here. Oh no, that is right. So yeah, okay. Try that.
Can't really hear this part that well. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I think it should probably go up. Yeah. A little more like that. Why does it sound like that? This doesn't sound good with that.
And we need to make it long like we did before. Now we have pattern 2, but there's no MIDI information in here. There's nothing in it. So let's double click. We need to add stuff to it. Let's right click, go to piano roll. And now we can hear pattern 2 over top of pattern 1. But we don't have anything in here. So let's start adding some stuffs. Let's add a note here at E. Then add a note at F. And we're going to take E and F. We're going to hit Control, left click, highlight, and hit Shift. Opinion, the top line starts 1 octave higher than the highest note of your chords. So let's right click, go to piano roll. Now, if you guys remember, we played E, it was down here, E, and then we went up to B. So that was our top note. So now we're going to take this B, hit Control up to go up an octave, and we're going to start our melody here. There are a lot of rules with melody. I can't explain everything in 5 minutes. So I'm just going to teach you guys what notes we can add. I even have a new course called Note. Hit Control, hit Shift, left click, make that duplicate note, and then hit Shift up 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then we could raise that note up 1/2 step. Okay, so we're going to copy this. So let's create like a Travis Scott vibe. And we're going to hit Shift, pull this over. The only thing we're going to change is this root note. So we're going to pull this note up to C. Actually, I might change it. Let's change that top note so it sounds better. Let's do actually A. Just going by ear here, there's no rules. There we go. Going for like a Travis Scott type vibe. Now let's go back to song mode in the playlist here. We're going to left click and add this in. So now we have the top line section, we have the harmony section, we have the contrast section. Now we just need rhythm. So here's where we add our drums. So beat making really comes down to 4 layers. I already missed my 15-minute target because I was trying to explain everything. But I showed you guys how you can literally open the program, how to save your program, how to open up your first plugin. I showed you guys how to make your piano roll look Nice. I showed you guys how to make your first chord.
Why do you only
I went
shoot
over
for
how
50
to
minutes?
layer
I mean,
the 4 layers
it's fine
of
if he wants
your
to teach
beat.
more.
So you've learned a
I
lot
don't-
in this
yeah.
video. It sounds simple, but it took me years to figure this out. So I've crystallized it to make it super streamlined for you guys. So now let's add the rhythm. Like I said in the very beginning of the video, this is the part where you guys have to go hunt some sounds. I'm going to give you the project files for free. If you guys go to busyworksbeats.com/FLstudio,
Greg, you still working on yours? Greg, can you hear me? Are you even here? He might have left for a little bit. Oh.
I'll give you the project files for free. I'll show you where to find some stock sounds, but again, you're not going to get this in the stock sounds. Okay, so if you guys go to packs,
Can I hear it? Can I hear what you got so far? I didn't really hear it before, I don't know. I mean, I guess I did a little bit. I don't remember it sounding this bad. What the fuck, Jack? What are you making, dude? That's where you're putting that in? Alright, never mind. Clearly, you're just trying to make what XQC made. You're just trying to do an XQC right now. I don't know, dude. I mean, whatever you're making, I kinda lost it. Honestly, it doesn't sound too bad.
You guys can mess with the legacy drums and then go to where it says vintage. This is a Roland TR-808 drum kit. Okay, so it has some sounds in there, but you're not going to find modern hip hop stuff in FL Studio stock sound. So I'm not going to keep you guys chasing a rabbit that doesn't exist. So that's where you find sounds, is in the packs area. And then you could mess with different packs for different sounds. For the most part, let's go to our channel rack. We want a kick, which is like, poof. We want a hi-hat, which is, tch. We want a snare, which is, okay, so, okay, and then we want an 808, which is boom, all right? So let's find those sounds in our browser. Let's open up the browser right here, this button. And what I've done here is I've added my own hard drive. So if you guys do collect sounds on your external,
That might be a winner. I like that one a lot more. That sounds good. Nope. What is this? This one? Might just keep that one. That actually sounds not bad. Sounds better than what I was choosing it earlier. Not good. We'll go back to the strings and we'll do, was it the cello? I'm keeping that. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm also gonna pause FL Studio. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a short break. Oh. There is guitar. There's no guitar. I don't think I can go on. There's no good instruments. You have to download stuff. You could probably find something online. Just you need to look for like different stuff for that. Yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, I know it's annoying. It fucking sucks. This is what happens when you don't have money and you can't be a real producer. You gotta like either leech off of someone, which is what I'm doing, and then for the kits and all that shit, I don't know. I appreciate my friend for helping me out though and giving me FL Studio. You want to hear mine real quick? I changed it up a good bit. All right, let me know when you're listening, and then I'll start it. Okay. Mostly it's just piano now instead of something else, but pretty good. Thank you. I actually really appreciate that, Jack. Well, since that guy showed me what I actually need to do, and there's 4 parts to a beat and shit like that, I'm actually making it sound like it's fucking real music now. You didn't know there's 4 parts to a beat? I don't know fucking shit. I don't even know music theory, dude. Are you like into rap and stuff? Because I'm like, I'm not saying I'm not into rap. There is rap I like, and I mean, there's a lot of rap I like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, obviously I heard. I never paid attention in music. Anything with music, I don't know. I just don't know because I never paid attention. That's pretty much it. I've played the drums for a while. That makes a lot of sense why you would know a lot more about music. I always wondered about that. Well, good for you. Yeah, I don't know. This is probably something I can learn though. It would take a while, like a really long while, but probably years. All right, I'm gonna be back. Bye, stream.
I am back. I am back. I am back. I am back. I am back.
Let me show you guys how to save your files. Go to where it says
End of Across the Spider-Verse. Beat. You talk about mine? There.
options in the top here, and then go to where it says file settings. Here you can import different folders into FL Studio, and when you import those folders, it will show up on your browser like this. So basically click this little folder icon.
But how did he get there?
I've added my own hard drive. So if you guys do collect sounds on your external, let me show you guys how to save your files. Go to where it says options in the
Fuck, I don't know what the next part was.
top here, and then go to where it says file settings.
That probably should have been obvious. Options. File settings. Then go to downloads. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Actually, maybe. Where are you? I go to regular files.
Here
How do I open that thing on the left side, though? Huh.
effects, boom, I sound like a man, just like that. Okay, so that's what we could do in the mixer. We can add effects to different sounds, like our synthesizers, our microphones, our drums, etc., 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 etc. Okay, so that's how that works in the mixer. We get to separate the sounds. And then this fifth button here is called the browser. settings here.
Mine doesn't open that for some reason. Did I do something?
Here you can import different folders into FL Studio. And when you import those folders,
Can I move this? There we go. Okay. Bring that back up. Full screen that shit. And then where would my stuff be? Close everything. Then go to the video.
it will show up on your browser like this. So basically, you click this little folder icon. You find your folder on your computer. I'll go to my external thing. I have a folder called Friends Sounds. Where is it at? Friends Sounds. Okay, and then over here you can name it something. So we'll call this Friends Sounds New, just so you guys can see it. So I have two things to say Friends Sounds.
So it's going to be named whatever it is, and then it's just going to have its own folder. Which I guess makes sense. Is it this one? Wait, I gotta just look at the options. File settings. There it is, pee pee poo poo. I found it. I found it. I know I'm so smart. I'm learning this. I'm learning this good. I'm learning this well.
Sounds, because one's already the Friend Sounds folder. Okay, now what we have to do from here is hit the refresh button in the top left of the browser, and then see this folder says Friend Sounds New. Okay, so it's the same location, but I'm just showing you guys how to add sounds to your project. Now we didn't do a lot of like finessing with the MIDI here because I'm trying to keep this less than 30 minutes. Nextly, let's go to pattern 4, because now we're going to start drawing out some drums. So let's go to pattern 4 here, left click, go to pattern 4, and let's find some drums. All right, so we're going to go to Metro's kit here. Where we at here? Let's go to Lunch 77 Metro. Again, you guys got to chase down these sounds. There's no one place to get sounds. Reddit has a lot of the stuff that's, you know, it just has a ton of stuff. Let's go.
I might as well check out the folder and see what I got too. So is it library, plugins, sounds? Oh, there we go.
All right. Now we found what we're looking for. What's next, my guy?
Go to snares. Start here. I like to start with snares first. We're going to right click and open a new channel. Okay, that's going to add that sound to our puzzle piece shaping thing called the channel. Rack. All right, so now we have that snare as an option here. Let's find a hi-hat, a closed hi-hat.
Blood is literally following a tutorial, making his own beat. It is my own beat. I'm making it my own. I'm just following a tutorial on how to make beats. I'm not making it exactly as he's making it. I mean, this is how you make a beat altogether. Am I supposed to do it a different way? I am doing it a different way. I'm making it different than how he's making it. That's why it doesn't sound like his. Other than a little bit.
Let's right click, open a new channel.
Heated stable 3 NKR5QRBR.
God damn it.
Said cheap viewers on streambo.com. Remove the space at GDQVBCLZ.
Tired of these freaking bots. I'm tired of them. They get out of my face. So for now we need a hi-hat.
So now that's
Well, so I'm
added
gonna
to
follow
our
his tutorial, make one,
channel
then I'm
rack.
gonna do it my own way.
Let's go to our kick.
Just following what he did though.
Let's right click, open a new channel. Now, one thing about samples, if you're a beginner and you don't know what this red thing is, just turn off where it says use the loop points, or else you're going to get like a weird sound. Also, some samples are like weird. It says auto and all this. Just click here, go to resample, right click your time and hit R to reset. And also check under your volume envelope and make sure you reset the root note, okay? Because some samples are kind of quirky. So that's how you reset a sample in the sampler.
Jack Sanchez.
That's for more intermediate to advanced
Said
folks.
bot
But
has
anyhow,
been
let's
taken
add an
out
open
back.
hi-hat.
Yay! I'm glad you shot him.
Right click, open a new channel. So far we have a snare, we have a hi-hat, and we have a kick. Now we need to find an 808. Now the most popular 808 is the Spins 808. Shout out to DJ Spins for branding one of the most used 808s on the planet. We have this 808 here. It's called the Spins 808. We're gonna right click, open that up. Again, you guys will get the project files for free, so don't try to memorize like everything I'm talking about. Now that we have all the sounds in FL Studio, again, you guys could use your own sounds if you're following along, but
Yeah, I'm using my own. All right. Now what?
we're going to go to the channel rack here, left click, and highlight all of the sounds on the left side. Then we're going to hit Control L. That will send the sounds to our mixer. Because in the mixer, we could do stuff like
In the mixer we can do stuff. In the mixer we can
Gohan
do
hated
stuff.
forever. Said, is it bad I'm making music in my head with my beats to yours?
No, I don't think that's bad. I think that's pretty cool. So we click all. Wait. There, fuck. Fake. And then I think it's Control L. Yep. All right, now let's listen to his explanation.
Saturation, distortion, whatever. Okay, so now we're on pattern 4. We need to add pattern 4 to the playlist under song mode, remember? We need to switch here, grab pattern 4 from the left side, drag it in. So nothing's happening right now. We're just laying out the puzzle pieces. Now we need to fill in the puzzle pieces, like aka draw on the puzzle piece. So let's double click in here to open up pattern 4. And here's where we can start building. So what I like to do is just click somewhere over here and then right click, fill each 2 steps when it comes to the hi-hat.
I mean, that's pretty reasonable. I'd say that's reasonable. It is not set up the way that it should be. All. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. I think he did that for the hi-hat right here. And he did... Click that. Fill each 2 step. Why is it not playing it now? Guess I don't really need to be looking at the mixer, do I? Oh, for some reason it's pattern 13. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's crazy.
So FL's kind of hard to like judge how long it needs to be. So just right click, fill each 2 steps. This is a great place to start because this is almost like creating your own metronome. Okay, now the snare goes on what's called the 3 and the 7. So if I turn the metronome back on, I'm going to count. And every time the metronome hits, it's a heartbeat. So it's 1, 2, snare, 4, 5, 6, snare, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's add a little metro. It goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, Okay, so that little hi-hat I added in here is that metro bounce. Now let's add our open hi-hat. 1, 2,
Okay, I was just trying to check something. Oh.
And so boom, 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 boom. Let's say boom, boom, okay. Now let's add the boom, boom. The boom, boom sounds weird. So we're gonna add this. Now there's a pattern in hip hop and trap called tresillo. So it goes tresillo. Tresillo. In drill, it goes ta 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 ta. That's the only pattern you need to memorize. It creates all the genres from mob music in the West Coast, hip hop, classic boom bap, trap, Afrobeat, reggaeton, boom, ka, ka, boom, ka, ka. It's all tresillo. Okay, so just get used to that pattern. Okay, so it goes boom, boom, boom. That's tresillo right there. Now you can move that around if you guys want to be more creative. But that's the pattern. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm gonna call out tresillo. Tresillo, tresillo. So So that's called tresillo. It's a nice bounce.
If you want to spend like over $100, sure. You need. He said the guy in the video I'm watching recommended the pro version. Oh, yes. I think maybe you should because I like this a lot better than LMMS. I think you should definitely buy it.
So now you're like, okay, I kind of hear the 808, but I can't. So now let's go to the Steinway. We're going to turn down what's called the channel volume because we want to turn sounds down at the source. Most of the time. So let's turn that down here in the channel volume. So now the piano is a lot quieter. Now we're going to turn up the 808. Now I'm not going to use a kick for this beat, but if you guys wanted to add a kick, we could. A simple way is just click on your 808, hit Control C, Control V, and just paste it in the same. Timing is your 808. Kind of a cool blend here. But now the beat sounds kind of muddy and sloppy. The last thing we need to do in this beat is mix and then kind of deal with some of the effects. All right, so here's where we're going to get a little advanced pretty quickly, but just follow the steps if you guys are copying every single step. Let's go to the master. We're going to click on here. We're going to go to our plugins and let's add the Fruity Wave Shaper. This one's going to add what's called harmonics to your track to make it sound more filled out. We're going to click this cog icon in the bottom right. turn your mix level to about 50% or less. Hit this little oversample button and crank this up to 4x. I like to hit the high quality button, and we're going to turn up this curvature to make it more of a convex curvature. You can even hear it in my voice. My voice will start to sound a little bit more buzzy. So that's where we're adding to the beat. We're adding like a buzz to it, a subtle buzz. Next plugin and
I think the 808s I got sound like
slot
ass.
2. If you don't see this like view and you're like, what the heck is going on? Go to here to where it says compact 2 or wide. I'm not sure which the default one is. I keep mine on compact 2, the old school way, but your mixer might look like this. I don't like this view. So let's go back to compact 2.
Wait up, let me hear.
Also,
Give me a
if you don't see
second.
all the buttons, click these 2 icons here to show the plugins. And this one shows this little other section here. If you don't see that section at the bottom, your mixer might be too small. So just drag it to make it bigger like that. All right, so I forgot what I was talking about here. Oh, okay, let's click the drop down. Let's go to Fruity Soft Clipper. And this will just basically make sure we're not going over 0. We're going to turn the threshold to the right. This is called soft clipping, or excuse me, hard clipping. Soft clipping would be to the left. Okay, so we're going to turn that to the right.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to fix the 808s at the end.
Now our beat sounds a lot bigger. And now we can do crazy stuff like turn the 808 up. So what I did here in the mixer is I turned this what's called a fader up. This is post everything. So me turning this up is after all of my other effects on the 808. If we wanted to turn the 808 up at the source, like before all all our plugins, we would turn it up at the channel rack level. Very important, because a lot of people try to turn their sounds up and down from the mixer, and they're wondering why they're not getting like more of their effect. So the mixer is like, the fader is like the last thing I would touch for volume most of the time. Now the 808 is jumping. So let me show you guys a couple tips to make your stuff sound more pro. Let's go to the hi-hat. Just click on it. Go to the wrench tool. Go to where it says time shift. If you're in FL Studio 11 or below, it's called time offset, and it's down here somewhere. So we're going to turn the time shift up like that. Now the hi-hat will be a little delayed after the track, so it won't sound so right on the grid, it's called. Now the 808 is kind of loud, so let's pull it back in volume. Now I want my kick to be a little more forceful, so let's turn the kick up with the channel volume here. There we go. Now we can turn the 808. So let's say my 808 tone isn't like right. It goes do do the whole time. What we can do is give tonality to our 808. Let's right click, go to piano roll. So now we're taking these sequence notes and we're starting to create unique notes for it. So we're going to right click, go to piano roll. So now I can see the note values for my 808. If you guys struggle with 808, hit control up and you can hear the tonality. Right now it's not like matching the piano. It needs to be do do. So let's hit shift down. Now it's more in key. Remember in our melody we went one note then a note up, so the same thing here. This is basically doing that. Let's hit control down to pull that back down. Let me again show you guys how to make your stuff sound pro. I'm just going to add in little notes here, and I'm going to turn the velocity down. Now, the grayed out stuff in the background is called a ghost channel. So if you click in the top left, go to view. That's what the ghost channel is. If I turn that off, you guys won't see that. So basically anything on the same channel rack pattern, the puzzle piece, you'll be able to see where the MIDI is to help you guys trace patterns and stuff. So now I'm adding in this lower velocity 808. If you don't
All the way down.
see the velocity, grab the ellipses here, left click, pull this up, go to where it says control, then go to where it says note velocity, and that's how you pull up this little velocity graph. So now we're adding a little stutter step. Let's go to our snare. Let's tune this down with the pitch here. If you ever want to fade out a sound, you guys can use the out parameter here to fade or shorten a sound. Snare. Let's tune this down. Let's go to our snare. Let's tune this down. With the pitch here. If you ever want to fade out a sound, you guys can use the out parameter here to fade or shorten a sound. Same with the hi-hat. Just click on the hi-hat, go to the main page. You guys can trim the hi-hat to get rid of all the excess blankness and then hit fade out. Trim some of that reverb off. Let's go to open hi-hat. Let's go to the wrench tool, turn up time shift so it's not so on the grid. show you guys my secret sauce and then we'll wrap this up. On the piano, I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. I guess we'll do it on a different track. So let's open up the mixer. So remember, the mixer is where we can add effects and stuff. Let's go to a blank area called Insert 8. Let's right click, call this Reverb. We're going to open up Fruity. Actually, let's do Lex Verb. I forgot we have Lex Verb now. Or not Lex Verb, my bad. Lux Verb. Shout out to Lux Verb. Shout out to Lex. Luger. We're going to turn the reverb on and then turn on where it says feedback. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to do it this way? Yeah, let's try it. Okay, so let's turn up what's called the gain. And then we're going to turn up the high cut. So now I'm going to send my piano to that reverb. To do that, I'm going to right click and rename this and give it a color so you guys can see. We're going to go to our piano, left click these up arrows at the bottom to send. Let's do Lex Verb. I forgot we have Lex Verb now. Or not Lex Verb, my bad. Lux Verb. Shout out to Lux Verb. Shout out to Lex Luger. We're going to turn the reverb on and then turn on where it says feedback. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to do it this way? Yeah, let's try it. Okay, so let's turn up what's called the gain. And then we're going to turn up the high cut. So now I'm going to send my piano to that reverb. To do that, I'm going to right click and rename this and give it a color so you guys can see. We're going to go to our piano, left click.
What the fuck?
These up arrows at the bottom to send a signal to that channel. And then to turn it down, you just left click and turn it down like that. Now my piano's going to this reverb channel. And it has this.
Oh, okay. I see that. I see it.
unique reverb sound. And it's filling out the sound. Now, if you guys want to go pro level very quickly in slot 2, let's open up gross beat. So if you guys see this technique used by anybody, I created it first, so you know they're copying off your boy.
Oh man, yours does have Mary has a little lamb. You're right. I think you win by default just for that shit, but whatever.
Go to gross beat. It's okay if you guys use it, but if anybody claims they made this up, cap. Okay, go to gross beat. Let's go to presets. Let's go to momentary. Let's go to half speed. And then let's pull back the time knob here. So now we have a slowed down reverb, and we
I forget what he fucking did. He goes so quick with this shit.
it's okay if you guys use it, but if anybody claims they made this up, cap. Okay, go to gross beat. Let's go to presets. Let's go to momentary. Let's go to half speed.
Momentary and half speed.
And then let's pull back the time knob here. Here. So now we have a slowed down reverb, and we have the original reverb. Creates a nice haunted sound. Sounds crazy. Crazy. Let me show you guys something you can do with FL you probably didn't know. I'm just showing you guys sauce, just to inspire you guys. So I need you to subscribe. If that was sauce for you, please subscribe. I don't want to have to beg you again. I'll give you 2 seconds. 1, 2, okay. If you go to Steinway Piano, open up Fruity Delay 3. And, all right, Fruity Delay 3. Now here's the technique. Turn your dry level all the way down. Turn feedback level all the way down. Turn delay time all the way down. Okay. And turn off tempo sync. And basically everything else becomes an effect. Just start twisting knobs and you'll hear it. So basically time modulation under time, if I turn this up, it creates that wobbly sound. That sound. It makes it sound really creepy. So now we have a really creepy vibe. I'm gonna go to the master channel here and let's see what it sounds like with soft clipping. I'm just curious. It's that crunchy Playboy Cardi type sound. So you guys don't need a bunch of sounds to make a beat that feels full. It's just about all those steps. Remember, a beat is really just top line, the harmony section, which is your chords, the contrast layer, which is like your bass layer, and then the rhythm section.
Well, you should watch the video I just watched. If anything. Do it your own way, but honestly, that's probably the best way to learn from that dude.
Smash the like button if I hooked you up. Subscribe if you're new. From scratch, how to make chords from scratch, how to do bass lines from scratch. Modes explain, scales explain, moods.
Oh, nice. Really? That's pretty funny. Alright, well, my beat's done. Do you want to hear it? This is finished product. Alright, let me know once you're ready. Yeah, that's finished. I mean, that's all he did. I mean, I know it's probably not, like, fully done. I gotta add, like, I don't even know. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't know where I go on from here. This shit, we're already at, like, 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's good, though. Thank you. I'm at 2 hours and 40 minutes for the fucking stream, and I made one beat. How many does XQC usually make in a stream? I mean, how long does he even stream for? You don't know? I don't know either. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah. Yeah, but this is pretty much it. I don't know what else I would have to add. Maybe a beginning and an end. Yeah, I guess that's true. I could make a whole different thing for the beginning and then the end, and then just have this be the major thing. I don't know. I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to end stream, go make something to eat, and by 10, I'm gonna have to be recording for the show. So, if you want to be there too, obviously, I'm pretty sure you're more than welcome to just join. I don't know if he'll need you though. I didn't really ask. But I kind of want to see what I got now and then work on it next. If they need extras, I'll be there. Alright. Oh yeah, this is my first beat on this thing, and this is what it sounds like. So far, it's not done yet. We're gonna open in something real quick. Tell Studio, projects, project 2, project 2.wob. Alright. It's 18 seconds, so this is what it looks like. left song I'm gonna go to now. Here's what we got so far. It's gonna be the main part of the beat. The main beefy part. Also, I'm gonna go stream